Hello. Ho, 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 ho. It's time for single song shows. It's time. It's hot out there. Where I am anyway. I guess it's not hot out there. It's hot in my house. My house is hot. Outside is fine. It's doing its thing. All the heat got trapped in here today. But that doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. I see Milan. I see Crystal. Crystal, how are you? It has been far too long. And as I mentioned in my post, countdown to the fall begins. Yeah. You know what's tragic about this area, though, is that the fall seems to be the hottest season. And I don't know. It seems to be just the cycles are changing or something. I don't know. But I find that whenever I'm seeking like a nice autumnal experience, it's always like, oh, just kidding. Today it's 90 degrees. So it's a disappointing thing in my life. But another somewhat, oh, there's Angelina right now. Angie Nightmare, my guest. And Jason Tapia, welcome, welcome. This is the second to last single song show in this weekly format. It's bittersweet, but I'm so excited to have Angie here. She is awesome, and I'm going to go ahead and invite her in. Also, hello, Dad. I see your dad. Cool. Invited. Because I'd rather talk to Angie than just leave her sitting there. You know how that is. Hey.
Hey there.
How's it going? You know what? That was cool because you were clearly focusing on your art for a second, which is also awesome.
Now you know that you're here in my studio. That's the other side of the phone. That's
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Just want you to like go around and give support. I'm not going to ask you to do that, but I'm just seeing the behind you.
Yes. I mean, there's some artwork back there. That's an Amos Kennedy. He's one of my favorite printmakers. There's a Christmas card from your family and my favorite baby.
Oh.
And I think that's Baz. The baby picture Baz postcard that Chris and Allie sent out a couple of years ago. Anyway, fun time.
They send great postcards. It's been so nice, like, as I've been, like, in my mind intentional about getting guests. I had Chris last week. I have you this week. And then if all goes according to plan, I'll have Taylor Belmore Collins next week. So, ending in, like, a nice warm hug of these people. And I don't think that I've brought this up anywhere. I don't think I've posted about it, like written about it, or anything. But you and I didn't really know each other, or you came on single song shows. Like,
Yeah.
and like I knew, okay, that was Angelina LaPointe. Like I knew who you were, and I think that I produced. But
yeah,
we were both just awkward, shy people, and so we talked, and I invited you on, and you're like totally on my wavelength. We're like chatting it up, we're having a good time, joking around, and then that led to posting about having a pandemic birthday.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Dessert, and we can hang out. And you came over, strawberry pretzel pie, and it just all kind of moved on from there. And we've like out in person at shows and just like at each other's places like a bunch of times.
Thanks for reaching out. The Instagram friends are real, man. They can be real friends.
It's true. And that's where we are now.
That's where we are now. Thanks for being a friend and for having me on the the wrap-up episodes for now.
Penultimate.
Yeah.
The word penultimate. That's
Yeah.
always
Like, was it on the calendar? Was it on the word of the day calendar, or was it just there for you? Yeah.
just in my mind.
Nice.
Exciting. I think actually I see that word used a fair amount in like shows that I watch. On
Yeah.
something, they'll be like, "It's the penultimate episode of Insecure," and that's like, it's out there.
For realized things. I guess I'm a musician, and so I'm like, it's one last song, and what you really mean by one last song is that it's the penultimate song, because you always, someone convinces yourself that it would be a good idea to play another one.
Right, right.
One last song.
Because tires.
Yeah.
Time for one more. I'm gonna do it anyway. What do you? Speaking of playing songs, what do you have on deck for tonight? And do you want to rip off the Band-Aid and go first, or could you?
I think I'd like to go second, if that's okay.
Yeah, I'll be your partner.
Cool, thank you.
May check tuning. Why don't, while I do that, talk a little bit about Kickstarter and how that's going. Seems a good time.
It's going good. Hi, I'm Angelina from Angie and the Nightmares. We've got a Kickstarter running for our kind of folky EP. It's called Foxfire, and if you listen carefully to the words of the song that I'm going to play tonight, you might find the title of the album hidden in the song.
Now I know.
Yeah, and we got 50% funded today. We broke 50%, so we're 50% funded, and we've got 27 days to go. So I think we're in a good spot. And you can link in bio if you aren't one of the several people I see in the chat who have already supported. Thank you, people in the chat.
The people in the chat are among some of the supportive people that I've met in the local music scene or otherwise. So pat yourselves on the back for being awesome, people in the chat.
Like, I don't have a heart button if I'm live. That's very sad. I want to be able to heart people.
I know. All these people with their little hearts having all the fun. You could just say heart if you wanted to.
And be like,
there you go. I kind of like that better.
Yeah. There we go.
That's really special.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. All right, I'm going to play this song. I've done on single song shows only once before, and that episode did not upload.
Oh, there you go. You got a second chance.
I do. And it has a sort of a picked out bass part, which made you, as your bassist, made me think, hey, Angelina could play on this song. That would be fun someday.
Yes.
About it.
I'll keep it in the brain.
Yeah. And I have a demo of this. I just listened back to the demo I recorded last June, just to try to all down the song that I'd written and had up 0 places in my brain. And listening back to this, I'm like, ooh, proofs. I have like a drum track picked out and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes you listen back like a year later and you're like, what was I thinking? And then sometimes you listen back and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, gosh, I was satisfied with that guitar. That was, I guess I was out of time. Other times I'm like, you know what? I think I'm onto something. So this was one of those times.
Good.
That could be a real coming up soon kind of people.
Nice.
It's called Summer in Your Smile. Also, it's summer, guys, for a short while longer.
Yeah.
I'm ready for fall. Here it is, Summer in Your Smile. I love all the summer in your smile, the autumn, your expensive laughter, and I love all the history, the truths they gave, they've seen sacred, and I'm gonna call you, 'cause I want to stay. I love all the Saturday speech when your mouth opens, I get roped in, and I love all the shows when I stand near you. I fear you, and I never call you, but I want to every day. I love your eyes. Each time you see me, sincere, and I love all the memories. Might be a little just confusion, but I meant to connect some time with you someday. I love all the rhythm in your stride, and I can't live. There we go. The summer.
Summer all year round.
It is. Yeah, it kind of is.
Can you let me know how the bass is? I don't want to blast everybody, but I also know it's kind of a little weird.
Yeah. This. I hear.
Oh, good.
It's gonna be flippy because it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I will
Yep.
try to play.
I'm
I will
clippy.
try to play smoothly.
I've been doing this all this time, and I've never really found because I don't have time.
It is what it is.
Gone through seasons really trying, and then a lot of other seasons of just, hey, I offer my present to you, and that is my present to you.
We're hanging out. We can hang out with you without leaving our houses. That's the thing, right?
That is the whole thing. I'm sure you're going to sound great because you got your voice and your awesome lyrics, and I know the song, and I'm excited to hear it.
Hooray! Yeah, this one's called Chemistry, and I wrote it for my partner when we first got together.
Aww. I'm going to mute myself.
And then he sang on the album with me for this song, which is very exciting. He doesn't sing in front of people, but he sang on the album. We talked all night again. I think that it's starting to show. I just might be falling, but I don't want no one. We made love again, so sweetly soft and slow. But it's too soon to tell my friend. But I think that I'm starting to glow, as if chemistry could cause luminescence and light wire, a foxfire, a phosphorus, and it seems that we have sparked a regression back to a time love could happen to us. Back to a time love could happen to us. We danced all night again, alone in the afterglow. And now my family and friends, they smile as if they know that chemistry could cause luminescence and light wire, a foxfire, a phosphorus, and it seems that we have sparked a regression back to a time love could happen to us. Back to a time love could happen to us. As if chemistry cause luminescence and light wire, a foxfire, a phosphorus, and it seems that we have sparked a regression back to a time love could happen to us. Back to a time love could happen to us.
Yay! I love that one. I love the lyrics of that one.
It was several songs for a while, and then we, because I had like 2 songs in 5/8 that I wrote kind of around that same time, and I realized in retrospect, like that was about 10 years ago, and I realized in retrospect that they needed to be separated from each other. There were too many parts, and that I could take the one part and turn it into its own song, and then take the other part and turn it into its own song. So actually, both of those songs are going to be on the album. The other one is called Burn.
Wow.
Yeah, and because they started out as the same song, we were like, okay, we have to have really different instrumentation on these and like a really different kind of tone. So it's kind of fun. They were like Siamese twin songs.
Wow.
And it was really exciting when Sean, who plays drums and banjo in my band, when he joined the band, we both grew up on Irish music, and so those kinds of cadences, like lyrically and musically, were something that like we kind of understand those and how that phrasing works and stuff. And so we were both pretty excited to get to write music with other people who were like into the Irish. So that was fun. We like made those songs live through the power of teamwork. Because if you like, I don't have the math to explain how the time signatures work if it's not something that that you like grew up with or were into. You like think about those kind of time signatures. So it was fun to play in that space. And the other song, Burn, has tenor banjo on it. So that's very exciting.
It's all very exciting. It's cool that you can also embody that kind of musical culture.
Yeah, well, also during the pandemic, we made the decision to still get together and practice because we had, a pretty spread out space that we could, and um, couple like both of my band members were the only adults in their household, so we're like need to see friends, and so we used to care about genre, and we just sort of don't anymore. Like we wrote a couple like gypsy punk songs during the pandemic, and we wrote some new wave songs and some like early 2000s yelly kind of rock songs, and it makes us really hard to market, but we're happy, so that's really all that matters, I guess. We'll figure out how to market the yelly stuff next time. We're doing folky stuff now.
Yeah, but like, I think that, I mean, we have so many like in-depth conversations about all these topics,
Yeah.
about marketing and the value of it, and like, um, and also the limitation of it. And so I think that an area where it can feel very limiting is like, I have to do this thing because that's how people will learn about
Yeah.
my work. But then like, I think about people, I was just thinking about Steve Martin in this way, like that, known for comedy. He's done whatever he wants in his career. He's just been like, I'm going to write books. Okay, actually, I'm going to make movies that I write and star in. And now I'm going to just have a band. I've always played a show, and I'm just going to have a band and tour with that band. And now I'm going to do a tour with my best comedy friend. And that's going to be my thing for a while. It's like, I just
you need your foot in the door.
yeah, I just let people to be like, it's my life. I get one, and I want to make what I want to make with it.
Yeah, well, we all kind of like took one for the team in the band, it's like, okay, we need one that's like that's got really elaborate drum beats and is just sort of a wall of sound, because like that's like uh ironically like sad music is Sean's happy place. And then, okay, we need one that's got like screamy solos because Aaron needs to have some screamy solo time and some spacey solo times. And then we've got to have one with like way too many words because that's me. I want it to have way too many words. Like if the chorus changes every time, that's totally where I'm at. And so, we all sort of took one for the team in the songwriting department during the pandemic, which means that the songs are all fun, even if they don't match. So,
yeah. Hey, you know what, though? Again, I grew up on the beat. Their songs don't all match. They're all out.
Yeah.
I want that in an album a lot of the time. If it's in the same vein for too long, I'm like, is this all you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like with it the whole time, but other times I'm kind of like,
yeah. And sometimes the outlier is your favorite one, like really hard bands that do a sweet song. Like the sweet song always ends up being my favorite one, but it maybe wouldn't be my favorite if it was all like mellow songwriting stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Oh man, I love talking to you.
Yes. No. I'm like, farewell, my friend. Thanks for having me.
Hey, it's not farewell yet, because the last time you were on, I didn't ask my question that I like to ask.
Oh yeah.
What was the last thing you watched and loved?
Only Murderers in Our Building.
Oh, that's why I was thinking about Steve Martin. I've been watching.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Rocky to say hi. You go say hi. Oh, that's nice. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, that was special. Only Murders in the Building. What's your favorite thing about that show? This is a follow-up question, which I don't usually do, but I just like to hear your thoughts.
I like how stylized it is, and how like it's kind of like it has a lot of the same qualities that I like about a Tim Burton movie, but it's also like a little bit more heightened, and like, yeah, it's like it's so like visually stylized, and the characters are like it's obvious that they're characters. I don't know. I kind of love that sort of like meta-ness of it. They're like
Hmm.
nudge, wink, wink of it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, that show has like autumnal vibes.
Yes, it has a really distinctive color palette, which is something that I really like. And like unlike the Tim Burton movies, which are all tend to be in the pastel side of things, it's like more on the like the Amelie side of the extreme color palette, which is great too.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yep. I think also it's like they're often in like
Hmm. There's
wardrobe.
like lots of good outerwear and layers. Like
Yes.
everybody has, in the characterization of everybody, there's like really distinct fashion choices that were made too. Yeah, I always love that. Like
Yeah.
they didn't pull any punches. It's not, like a normal show about normal people. Yeah, it is. I don't know. Anyway, I really liked it.
And it's awakening me to what a good actor Jordan.
I'm sorry you cut out when you
Oh,
said Martin Short.
it's
Yeah,
showing me what a good actor Jordan is.
yeah.
I think he's actually really good. Like,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've always known him as a comedic person, but he has more range than I realized watching this show.
Yeah, and sometimes like the seriousness of it is what makes it funny, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that was fun to pick apart with you.
There we go.
Thank you for humoring me. And yeah, so the thing you're promoting, very,
Is
very evident.
my Kickstarter. The link is in my bio.
Hmm. And I'm going to post the link to my stories when I post this
Awesome.
recording. So that'll be, and you click it and it'll be easy.
Mhm.
And the thing is made. It's in the can, and she's
Get out there in the world.
all the goodies. So
Yeah.
she's
I
good.
try to make the merch I want to see in the world. So, I only make merch I would buy myself. So,
Yeah, the merch is going to be fantastic because that's how she rolls. And the album is recorded, mastered, all that good stuff. So it just needs to be, processed and put into boxes.
spit out. Yeah.
All right. Good. We
All right.
did. We
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. This has been wonderful. Let's hang out again soon.
You should. Yeah. I'll see you next week on here, if not sooner.
Aw, thank you. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody. Bye.